All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Luca here, back with a Raptors post-game video. Hope my voice doesn't give out on me in this one. Still battling with a bit of a sickness, but the Toronto Raptors lose to the Boston Celtics, 120 to 118. It was a deflating loss. Came down to the wire. Raptors made it a game. They fought hard, came alive in that fourth quarter when it looked like for most of this game the Raptors were going to get simply blown out. But the Raptors turned it up in the fourth. Barnes had a good look there at the end, couldn't hit it to tie the game. The Raptors still had a chance there at the end as Derek White did commit a foul on Pascal Siakam. Siakam missed the first free throw, had to miss the second one intentionally as the Raptors were down by 2 at that point. Missed it. Raptors going to get the rebound as time expired. Yeah, we're going to talk about it, guys. Please do me a solid. Hit a like on the video. Please subscribe to the channel for more Raptors content just like this. So the Toronto Raptors, I mean, this is a team that is so frustrating because they came out flat out just horrible. Their defensive effort was non-existent. Their effort as a whole was non-existent. Their compete level wasn't there. This looked like a team that was going to get blown out of the gym. I mean, 35 to 20, Boston opens up the first quarter. Then second and third quarter, Raptors were playing better than they did in the first, but still giving up a lot of easy looks, a lot of easy baskets. I mean, it looked like the Celtics were just having their way in this game when it came to scoring points. Celtics did finish 48% from the field, and they did shoot it 43% from three. They actually had the same amount of threes as the Raptors with 17. But then in that fourth quarter, the Raptors' defensive intensity really picked up. As a result, they outscored the Celtics 32 to 21. Raptors actually carried a lead in this one late. Celtics led by as many as 20. The Raptors led by as many as 4. And then down the stretch, you look at McDaniels. He did give the Raptors some big minutes in this one. He had 13 points in 15 minutes. Dennis Schroeder from off the bench, he had 15 on 6 to 12 shooting. He was a +2. And then you look at the heavy hitters for the Raptors in this one, the reason why they even had a chance in this game for how badly they played in that first half. Siakam, he had 27 on 10 of 18 shooting. Scottie Barnes, he had a huge stat line, guys. 30 points, 10 to 24, 7 to 15 from 3, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 blocks. I mean, you know what, Scottie, 1 steal, you're going to get numbers across the board. As Scottie Barnes actually set a career high with 3-pointers made in this one, hit a huge 3 late to tie it up. And then, like I said, had a pretty good look at it at the end, which would have tied up the game. He had a good read. He took it, and I feel like he just took off from way too far out. Should have probably got a little bit closer to the rim before shooting it. Doesn't get it to go, and then the Raptors lose this game. But all in all, the Raptors, they fought hard then at the end. But, I mean, that's kind of just been this team in a nutshell for this season. They look bad to begin games. They don't play all 48 minutes. They come alive late, and they come up short. And what is another deflating loss is the Raptors cannot beat the Boston Celtics. The Celtics have now beaten the Raptors 7 straight times. And I thought the Raptors should have played through Siakam and Barnes a lot more there at the end. I mean, these were the two guys that got you back into the game, the reason why you had a chance to win this game. And I know McDaniels and Schroeder, all things considered, played some pretty big minutes down the stretch. But there was a possession in particular that I thought was a pretty big mishap on the part of the play call. So basically, late in this game, it was a possession where Schroeder McDaniels just touched the basketball, and the Raptors didn't elect to go to Scottie or Siakam. Ended up being an empty possession. And then Derek White, he was huge for the Celtics in this one. He did his thing, and then the Celtics ended up getting the lead, and then obviously went on to win this game. As Derek White, I mean, this guy's so valuable for the Boston Celtics. We knew the Celtics very shorthanded coming in. No Tatum, no Porzingis, no Horford. They got 21 from White. He was especially good in the fourth. Jaylen Brown did most of his heavy lifting in the first half. He had 31 as a whole. Holiday had 15. Cornette had 20. And then Pritchard had 9 from off the bench. As the Celtics, you got to give them a lot of credit. I mean, they did bend, but they did not break. But yeah, just going back to my point, I thought the Raptors should have played a lot more through Scottie and Siakam late there in the game. And, that possession where McDaniels and Schroeder touched it and nobody else was kind of a big representation of that. I know Schroeder hit some big buckets. McDaniels hit a couple of big shots in this one, 2 big threes. But when you're playing a team like the Celtics, and it is a nitty-gritty game. You got to defer to your best players. It's as simple as that. But all in all, you look at the Raptors guys, 4 of their 5 starters finishing in double figures. Gary Trent Jr., he struggled in this one, and I mean, the starting lineup change isn't going to make a difference if he's not hitting shots. Obviously, bringing in Gary Trent Jr., you want to add more shooting around a guy like Scottie Barnes. He was just 2 of 10 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, had 6 points. And then in terms of the bench, it was really just Schroeder and McDaniels, as Darko once again went with the same guys he went with last game. He actually extended the rotation. This time around, he played 11, as Flynn got 6 minutes, didn't score. Otto Porter Jr. played 8 minutes, didn't score. Achua only played 2 minutes, so Achua's kind of been shortlisted here in terms of the rotation. He didn't score, and Boucher only played 7 minutes, and he had 3 points. So Darko relied heavily on McDaniels and Schroeder, as Schroeder played 35 minutes and McDaniels played 15 minutes. As the starters, Siakam played 41, OG played 37, Barnes played 38, Pirtle played 22, Gary Trent Jr. played 29. As you look at the stats in this one, field goal percentage, Celtics shot at 48%. Like I said, Raptors 46%. Both teams made as many threes at 17. Raptors shot at 38%, Celtics 43%. Free throws, Raptors missed 7 free throws, which in a game like this ends up being the difference. They were 65% from the line. Celtics were 17 of 20 for 85%. Celtics rebounded the Raptors plus 14. Assists were even at 29. Raptors had 10 steals to the Celtics 3. Turnovers, the Raptors actually did a really good job of not turning the ball over. Only 5 turnovers. Celtics had 16 turnovers, but yet they still find a way to win this game, as fast break points, Raptors had 14, Celtics 7. Points in the paint, Celtics are plus 4. And then fouls, the Celtics committing 2 more fouls than the Raptors. So, I mean, the Raptors had a chance, guys. That's all you could ask for in this situation. It looked like they were headed for a blowout loss, but they fought hard. Got to credit Siakam and Barnes once again, especially Scottie. Got off to a poor start, shooting the basketball, turned it around, got that 3-ball to fall. Raptors made a run. They made it close, made it interesting. But the Celtics, I mean, they're undefeated at home, and they're the number 1 seed for a reason. Even without their starters, this is such a tough team to beat. And this is a team that just knows how to make game-winning plays. And we saw it late in the game, in the clutch. Celtics coming up clutch, getting some key buckets. Meanwhile, the Raptors came up short. So the Raptors lose this one. It was a hard-fought effort, but still a loss. Raptors now fall to 0-9 against the Atlantic Division. They are 4-10 on the road. And now the Raptors got to get ready for the game of the year, the showdown of the year. Less than 24 hours, 6 p.m. Eastern tip-off time, the highly anticipated matchup of this Raptor season. Raptors, Pistons, with history on the line. The Pistons' 28-game losing streak. And this is basically what's on the line. If the Pistons lose, they set the all-time record for the longest losing streak in NBA history. If the Raptors lose, they get the dubious honor of being the team that lost the Pistons. You don't want to miss it. It's definitely going to be an intense playoff-type game in Detroit. And, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens, because Raptors coming off a deflating loss, quick turnaround time. Guys played heavy minutes tonight, especially the starters. You're going up against a Detroit team that came so close to beating the Celtics minus Jaylen Brown on their home floor. They've been playing a lot better, and they're just due for a win, man. So, I don't know. How are you feeling, Raptors fans? Do you think the Raptors are going to be the team to finally lose to the Celtics? I'll say this. I won't be surprised if the Raptors lose, because that's just been the type of season for the Raptors. But we'll see what happens. I'm definitely going to have my eyes glued to that game as everybody else is. Who would have thought Raptors-Pistons would be must-see hoops to end 2023? That is going to conclude this recap, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this game. Hit a like, subscribe to the channel. For more, that's it for me. Lucas signing off. Until next time, stay safe.